Hello! It is a pretty nice and bright sunny day. So what that means is I will be exploring a park in Unionville part of Markham. That is right. The park that I'll be doing a tour of is the Village Green. So let's begin. This is also one of the suburban parks in Markham. It is a very nice park. It has various paths. But we're now going to take a look to see if the park is big or small. That is right. So let's take a look. Ooh, there's also a bridge down there. Honestly, I love parks that have bridges. And some water, man. I think the water is like a really important element when it comes to parks. You know? I'm going to continue walking towards the bridge. This is the bridge where the water is. And I want to take a look at the view. I would actually like to see if the view is actually a really great view. I mean, sometimes you never know unless you visit the actual park yourself, you know? Oh, okay. You know what? The view is actually pretty decent. Well, obviously you're going to see mostly nature because you are in Markham, you know? This park is, a lot of the Markham parks are like pretty like nature based. Now, I'm going to continue walking along the path. And I guess I should make a left turn from here. So I'm going to keep walking and make a left turn this way. I have a feeling that this will be a pretty decent sized park. But then again, we'll have to see, right? So I'm going to continue walking this path. Okay, this is a pretty typical path that you see in most parks. I'm going to keep on walking. Obviously, I like parks better when it's in this season. Because when the trees and leaves are fully grown, the park looks more complete, you know? Versus when there's no leaves on the tree. This path is actually pretty long. Well, not as long as some other parks that I've been to, of course. And it looks like here it comes to the end of the shade. But I'm going to keep on walking and walking. Okay, yeah, and there are some gaps where you can see the water. Pretty cool, right? I'll walk a little closer. Yeah, you can see some water through here. Same pond though, as we saw on the bridge. So now I'm going to continue like walking this way and walking up. If you're wondering which direction I'm walking right now, I believe that I'm walking west. So I am going to take a right turn right over here. Because I believe that the right side, if you walk that path, it leads towards a hill right over there. It looks like there's some kind of patio, but before I know what that is, I'll have to go and explore it. So let's go this way. I'm going to keep walking this way. And then from here, I'm going to make a left turn. It's a pretty hot day today. Kind of humid. But at least there is some wind to help me cool down, you know. So yeah, I'm going to keep walking this path. Walking here. Wow. It's good that this park has a lot of trees. Because I've also been to some parks that had like very few trees though. But I say this park is good because there are plenty full of trees. And I think that's something that every park should have. Okay, yeah, it does lead to some kind of thing over there. Like seating area. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, I'll explore it. Right now, I just got to the seating area that's on top of the hill of this park. Well, this park has different hills, of course, but I say this is one of the most interesting hills. Well, it's actually more of an observation point, you can tell though, because the way it's designed is like these benches are actually facing towards the water. Benches where people can just sit and chill, and you got this part, okay. Now we're going to take another view of the same pond that we were on that last bridge. But you know what? I honestly think that this observation point offers a better view than what you saw on that bridge. I mean, it's a really nice feature for parks to have though. I think that more parks should have like features like this though. Now, after viewing the observation deck, I'm going to continue to walk this way. I'm going to walk along that path right over there. So it seems like that this path kind of goes in a circle. I'm not exactly sure, but maybe it does. Okay. Well, we'll take a tour. I'm going to walk along this path. And then there's another path that leads down there, but I guess it leads back to the residential roads. So I'm gonna walk this way. Oh, you know what? I actually like the way that the trees are planted though. So not only is the path like runs in a circle though, but the way that the trees also align with the path is pretty cool, man. That's why every park I go to, like, I notice that every park has its own like unique features. But this park is pretty nice too. I just like the way that the trees are planted along the path like this, like in a round shape. It's good to have some additional benches for people to chill. This park actually has a good number of benches. Not every park is fair because some parks I've been to lack seating areas. Like there are parks I've been to that don't even have benches. And it's pretty decent size, but they don't even have benches. But that's a part that sometimes I do question. So, okay, I'm gonna continue walking along this path. Okay, you know what? I'm not wrong. It does go in a circle shape. Wow. Pretty interesting, right? So I'm going to continue walking and walk along this path and see what else it leads to. But it probably leads back to the same like seating area, the observation deck, I mean, right over there. So yeah, it's a pretty nice park. It has plenty full of shade. Like if it's a hot day and people want to come chill here, there's plenty full of shade. This park is also fairly quiet. Not a lot of noise. I also don't see like this park ever gets crowded. But hey, it's a really nice park. Okay, yeah, so back to the observation area. So that means this path does go in a circle. Now that I'm back at the observation deck area, as before, I am now going to take that lower path. So you see that path that goes on the left? So I'm going to make a left turn. Like I know I said earlier, it leads back to Residential Street, but maybe it does connect with other paths. But we'll see, man. Let's walk this way. So I'm going to walk along this path right here and continue walking. Okay, you know what? I think I do see a lower path. Actually, yeah, it's kind of like curving towards the left and then kind of going down that way. So yeah, I would like to check out that part of this park. So here we go. Now that I walked a little bit down, I am going to make a left turn. Really interesting. So it does look like that there is a lower path right in front of the observation deck. And there's another bench right here for people to sit. Really nice. So I'm gonna walk this way. Because if there's a path like in front of the observation deck but it's lower, then I'm going to assume that it offers another view of the pond. So I'm going to keep on walking this way. I don't expect the view to be as nice as the observation deck because obviously the higher up you go, the view is better. Yep, you can see part of the observation deck right there. I've noticed that if it's a newer park though, they tend to have more of these features. Some of the older parks though, they don't, unless the park goes under renovation. Okay, so here's another view of the same pond, but at the lower level. You can see the pond, right? Pretty nice. Sky, trees, and some water. And I'm going to continue walking this way now. I'm going to keep walking along this path. So now, I am walking along this same path that I took after walking that bridge earlier during the tour. See that bridge over there? We just walked that bridge. But this time instead, I am going to continue straight on this path and head east. I am going to have a look and see if it also looks nice over there. So here we go. We are now going to head to the east part of this park. So I'm going to keep walking. I also wonder if this path will have as much shade as it did when I was walking west. When I was walking west on this path, it was very well shaded, like plenty full of trees. There's a lot of trees here too, don't get me wrong, but I don't see that there's as much shade as it was when I was walking the other way in this park. So I'm gonna keep walking walking east of this park. Well, there's at least some shade. And I think that I do see some gaps for the view of the same pond. Oh, there's some pretty decent gaps. Really nice, right? Really nice pond. I'm going to continue walking east because of course this park is probably like decent size, but it won't be like as big. This path is actually pretty long too, heading east, not only west. Okay, and I do see more shade on this path as well, so not bad. So I'm going to continue walking. Okay, yep, so right over there the path does turn left and right. So I think I'm going to continue walking straight instead. Right is actually more like straight. So I meant the path continues, but there's only a left turn. I'm gonna walk this way.